have you been in real estate?
I've been in real estate for 4 years now.
4 years.
About 2.5 years full time.
Perfect. And you're in New Jersey and Arizona right now?
Yeah.
I heard you just got your first deal in Arizona.
No, I bought my first house in Arizona.
Perfect. And you're still looking for deals? You're
always looking for deals. Looking for like high-end Airbnbs out in Scottsdale.
Okay.
Anything in 8-1. Looking for like $1 million plus over there. And then New Jersey, we're looking for single-family flips. We do about 15 to 20 of those a year.
Perfect. So right now, what is working really well in your business currently?
I would say just our conversion process. So when a lead comes in, I just think we do a really good job of like kind of separating ourselves from the other wholesalers, because I answer the phone, my partner goes and actually walks the property, we contract it, we have a one-page contract that's like so simple with no backouts. So I think in a competitive market, just us like really bring that kind of professional, like boom, we're just buying it. Not like virtually over here where you have to talk to like 6 people and you get these automated texts. So I think a lot of sellers are liking that, as everyone's kind of shifting to trying to kind of outsource their entire business. Nice.
So if you were to go to yourself 4 years ago, what advice would you give yourself?
Quit my job sooner. I grew up like old school family, go to college, go get a good corporate job. I did that, but after like 3 months in corporate America, I knew it wasn't for me, and I stayed there 4 years. So I think like going back, I should have realized like, hey, like there's risk in everything, right? Like half the people at that same company I was at during COVID got laid off. So even if I stay there, there's risk in just getting laid off, right? So I think sometimes people like think the safe route is like kind of that corporate job, but I think when you actually learn skill sets and like you learn real estate, and you build a network like we've built out here, I think that brings more security than like a job.
Do you think your processes and how you do things in New Jersey is going to transfer really well out here in Arizona?
Yeah. I think it all comes down to like providing value, solving problems, critically thinking through situations, and getting creative. So I think those main traits, as far as like identifying good situations and then trying to solve sellers' problems, it works here. It can work in any business, not even housing, right? So I think probably similar to you. You found right, there was a shortage of sober living facilities, right? And you capitalized on that in a short amount of time. Look at all the value you provided and all the homing. So I just think it's if you provide enough value, it's like the business is always going to kind of.
That's kind of what I'm seeing right now, and it's just the go-giver mentality. When you step outside yourself and try to help somebody else expecting nothing in return, your life flourishes. And if you're providing value and you're able to make some money on it, it's like a win-win.
Right. Like I spoke at this event last time, and I'm seeing what they're doing, and me and my partner, I'm talking about let's throw something like this in New Jersey.
Ooh.
So it's like we have no expectation of like trying to necessarily monetize that event. It's probably going to be a free event, right? Spend a bunch of money, but it's like if we could just impact a bunch of lives and provide a bunch of value, like the exchange rate will always, I think, pay off in the long term, even if you don't see it right away. I mean, I feel like that with a lot of things, like the podcast I started. There's no like monetary value in that, but you affect a couple people's lives, and they tell their friends, and then like all of a sudden those people come back, and I think it all kind of full circle in the grand scheme.
I was talking with Rodrigo on this last event, and I was just like, was it completely sponsored? How did it go? And they're like, no, we're paying for everything, and the return on value of just the connections and relationships that they made is totally worth it. And now we're here, 2 months later, and bam, another event, another 1,000 people, and I mean, it's a huge return in value because you're providing other value to other people, and it comes back to you full circle.
Yeah, in New Jersey, it wasn't like that. It's very like cutthroat over there. Everyone's scarcity mindset. If I tell you how to flip houses, you're gonna start, and less houses for me to buy, right? But like we've been bringing that like, let's teach everyone how to do deals. And all we've seen back is that we teach those same people, they're forever kind of grateful that we kind of showed them the light. Then they find deals they need help with, and we're the first people that they're calling, instead of just blasting a deal out to an email list. So I just think, I learned it out here, kind of that whole go-giver mindset, and it's really changed the game for me and our business.
I've been in different industries out here in Arizona. I had a vaping company before.
Oh, vaping?
Cutthroat.
I
Cutthroat.
talked to those owners when I worked at Yelp, and yeah, dude, they all want to see. They're like, yeah, I go on my competitor's business page and write them fake reviews like all day long, and it's like they're so just trying to kill their competition.
It was cutthroat. It was a chase to the bottom, and I mean, then different manufacturers, Asian manufacturers came in, and you can't compete with that pricing. And then I go into the real estate world, and it was the mindset of abundance, and there's enough out there for everybody. And it was a breath of fresh air. Everybody was willing to help me with nothing in return, and my life and everything I do has flourished since then. So it's been amazing.
Like 3 years ago, before I did a deal, I went to the real estate disruptors meetups they would have.
Yeah.
And I would just roll in and be like, hey, how you doing? Like, I go to like Max Jimenez, hey, like I'm cold calling and I get this objection. How do you handle that? And like, you know, just all these questions. And I look now years later, and now it's like I had him on my podcast, and now people get to.
You shared a stage with him last time.
Right. So there's all these different ways where it's like you never know exactly how that's all going to come back, but it's cool to see everyone from back then is like doing better even now and have grown that much more. So it's kind of like I feel like the sea rises for like all of us. Kind of the more we all do.
It's funny, I'm in the behavioral health world with sober livings, behavioral health homes. It's also cutthroat. Everybody thinks they have the golden goose egg. They want to give you their info. I reached out to a bunch of people in the beginning that didn't want to help me, so it made me learn more on my own to start doing stuff. And now I'm way up here, and these people are reaching out to me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't have the time right now. Oh, you'll find your way. Oh, and they're like, oh, damn. I try not to be salty sometimes, but I mean, anybody else that comes out and reaches me that didn't turn me away in the beginning, open arms, let me teach you, let me show you the way, let me show you how to do it over here, let me help you as much as I can, and it always comes back tenfold.
Dude, that's it, man. So provide value, good things happen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, brother.
Follow this man.
Hey, give him your social media.
At Real Estate Ricky